then a person who I told you I don't ever think about.
Oh yeah.
I told you Kamala Harris is somebody who I
think on The View they talked about this today, and maybe the White House, and people are starting to think about some of the comments. Even that guy made at the White House, the correspondents' dinner. He made a comment about what is Kamala Harris doing. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
I think they sat there and thought about this.
So what is this?
What is she doing? We need to, the name of it is White House Seeks to Boost Vice President Harris's Image.
Oh, okay.
Nobody knows what she's doing.
So what are they going to talk about?
They had a mixed thing. Of course, Sonny gonna it's gonna throw the black card out.
Okay.
As far as her being a vice president. They coming at her because she black.
Washington Post.
Okay, go ahead.
So go ahead.
Says the Biden team is trying to boost Vice President Harris's image. But I'm trying to figure out, why do they think it needs boosting? What is that?
Well, I'll get right in there. So listen, the vice president, when she came on the ticket in 2020, I was thinking game over. She is a rock star. I'd seen her in Senate hearings, super effective, saw that prosecutor side of her come out. And listen, they won. She helped deliver female voters, black voters for the president. It's her time in office that I take a bit of issue with. And having worked for a vice president, you kind of have two jobs. Do no harm and try to keep a higher approval rating than your principal. She's not really been able to do either, and I feel like she hasn't broken through on major policy accomplishments. And she will, fairly or unfairly, be the most scrutinized vice president in history because she's running with the oldest the oldest president running for president.
And she's also a black woman.
But I think you have to be able to fairly critique the vice president of the United States without just saying
Why has Sonny always got to be the blackest person in the room?
Thank you. She didn't have to throw the black card. I'm tired of her doing that because you and I are black women, and we all feel like I don't like when today she got under my skin when she did that. And I like what Sarah said. Sarah was talking about, I wish whoever does the writing for her speeches for Kamala, she said sometimes she repeats things and she says it where you really need to get directly with the people. And she hasn't really got that yet in her speaking. And she gave examples. Well, of course, Sonny gonna come back and say that's the prosecutor in her. We were told as lawyers to talk in third party and whatever. And then Sarah said she's not talking in third party when she's talking to the people. She's talking to the people one-on-one. So Sonny, I get it. You don't like negative comments on Vice President Kamala Harris, and nobody's trying to be negative. We're doing constructive criticism. Love the woman, very intelligent, smart. But
I never said I love Kamala Harris.
She's cool. I don't like her, but the comedian hit the nail on the head. Even if you do come at her, she has to jump through hoops to stay relevant.
Yeah,
Pence didn't do nothing, but he was known.
She's a woman, number one. So you have to, like we always,
because she's black.
Yeah,
because she's black. No, Sonny. We need to see more of her like all the other vice presidents. No, Sonny, it's not because she's black. That may play a part, but the guy
doesn't matter what it is. She needs to do better. She needs to do better. It doesn't matter.
Black card.
It doesn't matter whether she's black. It doesn't matter whether she's a woman. It doesn't. Any excuses that you give,
right?
You need to do better.
Yes,
that's the bottom line. Now that's the part where people like you guys are too conservative. That's the part where I'm like, yes, there's going to be things that's going to be put up against you.
Yeah.
Yes, you're going to have to fight harder than maybe other people around you.
Woman,
or even as a man,
Christian
as a black man, a Christian, whatever it is,
right.
A fat person, whatever it is,
whatever that obstacle is,
you have to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, and no,
that's it.
But the thing with her is she can do it. We just need to see her do more.
Exactly.
We need to see you out there in front with the plan.
The only time,
reminding us of the plan.
The only time you're going to see me step in is when somebody is doing everything they can, and people are still criticizing racist or prejudiced, and it's like, come on now, this person, an A+ student, graduated from Harvard University, top of the class. And you still got a problem. So that's where you have to be like, look, they can't do no more than what they've done.
And here's the thing that I kind of laugh at, chuckle at. I'm part of a sorority. I get it. The one thing that Sunny said that she has done is brought more awareness to the Black Greek fraternity and sororities, especially Howard.
Is that something she's done, or just because of who she is?
Because of who she is and who she's a part of. But I'm sitting here going, and that helps the country how?
Yeah.
It's good at this bringing awareness. But what did you do at the border?
How is Barbara in rural Illinois care about Kamala Harris bringing more
gun law
information to HBCU?
Did you help with the Floyd thing? I mean, come on, Kamala, get beyond the Sonny. We need to go past the sorority thing.
So she's obviously
she's her soror.
Oh, okay. So
keep
she's
that
AKA.
in mind.
So AKA. Obviously, the White House agrees, or they wouldn't be trying to boost her image.
Thank you very much.
So obviously somebody in the White House says, yeah, you're right. We got to put her out there more.
Or what's his name? The comedian at the correspondence dinner.
Right.
He was being funny, but that was truth to that.
Right.
I'm sorry. And yeah, he's right. Whatever she does do is going to go to the president.
Yeah.
But so far that ain't even happening.
Right.
People are mad at Biden for not doing some things. So y'all two make it happen.
Yeah.
Come on now.
But yeah, I agree. I think that her image does need help. Like all the stuff that you said, her being intelligent, her being all of this other stuff, we need to see more of that. The White House needs to put her out there more because Biden, he doesn't have a high approval rating.
Right.
So people actually are thinking he won't last for 4 years. I don't think you should age people like that because people can die anytime. You can die when you're 22.
Yeah.
But some people voting actually are thinking he may not survive 4 years. She may end up being president. And I don't even know what she believes in.
Right. We just assume, what he stands for. She's repeating that.
I go back from when she ran for president. I remember all the stuff she said when she ran for president. Mm-hmm. I don't have to go by her being vice president. I remember when she ran for president.
Right.
So, and I didn't vote for her for president when she was running.
And then we have to be careful when we always throw the black race card.
Sonny.
Because we start sounding like the boy that cried wolf. We need to do it for very important issues.
Even if what Sonny is saying is true.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't have to always say it.
Yes.
If you at your job and you feel like they wouldn't be doing this to me because if I wasn't black.
Thank you.
You don't have to walk around the water cooler all day saying they wouldn't do this if I wasn't black.
Right.
You know who did that recently? Summer Walker, who's a singer. She's an R&B singer. Mm-hmm. Young girl, darker skin complexion.
Okay.
And you know how they always say lighter skin complexion, which is true.
Yeah.
Get more play.
They more favor.
They more play, more beautiful. They say they're more beautiful and all this. Well, her fans were complaining because they said she has no showmanship when she's up there singing. She just sings in the mic, kind of dead.
Like Ray Parker Jr. That's how he was.
So she said,
it was awful.
She came on her live and said, well, what do y'all want me to do? Jump up and down. She was acting silly.
Okay.
And then she was like, am I supposed to move my butt and my hips and just jump around the stage?
Movement, right?
No, she was going overboard.
Okay.
She said, no, the reason why y'all come after me is because I'm dark skinned.
Ooh.
That's what she said. Okay. Y'all don't come after, and she named light skinned Sade,
artists like her.
Sade and all of that.
Don't do a lot of movement.
But Sade does do movement, and Sade sings with passion. Okay. So I think that's what they were saying. It's not so much you jumping around the stage. Mm-hmm. Have some emotion, some feeling, some movement when you sing.
Okay.
So Tiana Taylor, who I like, the one that's the choreographer, she's working with her.
Good.
And they showed her. She went on her live. They went on live, and she showed her singing and the way she was holding the microphone and talking.
You're selling that.
She's being a showman, a show person, and it had nothing to do with her being dark skinned.
Thank you.
So don't play that card all the time because there are things that
dark skinned because she black.
But there are things she could actually say because she is dark skinned.
Yeah,
that wasn't one of them.
It wasn't worth it. Yeah,
and Kamala Harris isn't because she's black.
No, Sonny, leave it alone.
We don't know what she does.
And the ladies at the table now, Whoopi didn't say none
because Whoopi is agreed.
It's not no big deal. But if she's not doing her job and need to do more of it, it's not because she's black.
And it's not that she's not doing her job. We need to see it.
Exactly. Exactly.
I told you Democrats play checkers. Republicans play chess. Democrats will say, well, Biden has done this and he's done this and he's done this. And then I go, why are you telling me that?
Why can't he say
Why is he not? Why am I not hearing that every time he gets on the microphone like comb over? He'll tell you, he'll even lie about stuff he don't even do.
Thank you. He does. I did this last
In one day, I'll end the Ukraine war. In one day.
Fact checkers was like, he didn't do that. Now, like you saying, if a chess move for Kamala would be videotaping.
Thank you, King.
Videotaping yourself where you at somewhere doing something. We need to see social media catching you.
Yeah.
Where's she going? She going to the border, y'all. She got plans. We going, okay.
Yeah.
Our vice president keeping it moving.
Yeah, something. So that's not our fault. That's not the American people's fault. That's not the press's fault. That's their fault.
Yeah.
Every time you get on the microphone, you need to be talking about what you're doing, what you've done, and how awesome you are. All right.
Okay.
Let's go back to what people saying. Wendy said, you went back to your Ella Fitzgerald. That's how scatting started, from her forgetting the words.
Yes.
She says they said they didn't know what any vice president was doing except for Cheney. Well, everybody know what Cheney was doing.
I know.
Cheney was running the country.
Right.
And Bush was getting shoes thrown at him across the country. Ming Shay says this has happened to most VPs, no matter their color. We agree.
Thank you.
But she has to rise above that.
Right.
She says, right, Winnie, Cheney was the trifling exception.
He was an exception.
Yeah, he was.
Vice president.
Emerald says, if Biden passes away while in office, we need to know that she can lead. Exactly.
That's the thing. I think you guys, yes, in spite of the history of vice presidents,
it doesn't matter.
There's three things with her. She's a minority. She's a black woman.
A woman.
That's one. Number two, her president is old.
He's old.
So people concerned with that.
Yes.
And I don't forget what number three is, but those two are that's
you
it.
You said black woman.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I know I had three of them in my head. You know how you go one, she's this, two, she's this.
And number 16. What was the number?
See, I forget. She got to have a good memory and remember everything.
No, she just has to do exceedingly above.
Yes.
We know that.
Yes. As a vice president with Biden as the president.
You can't rely on
so people are looking at that going, is she going to be okay when he dies or something?
You can't rely on what other vice presidents have done.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
be the best VP you can be. Yeah.